The opponent backs out. They did not want the smoke like Matt Barnes doesn't want. Kwame Brown's mama's cooking. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Mr. Zork75, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are shoutcasting a set of Kanto Cup battles submitted to the channel by Foxxworldd, so thank you for the battles. This is a team featuring Shadow Nidoqueen, so definitely excited to see how that performs. We got Alolan Marowak in the lead. Pidgeot operating as a safe switch, I guess, for this team. This team looks pretty good overall. I mean, does have some shared weaknesses between some of the Pokemon, Marowak, Nidoqueen, Pidgeot, Marowak. Gonna be pretty weak to something like Alolan Graveler, but overall, you know, it doesn't really matter what you're running at this point in the season because there is no more rating. So take this last week more so for practice, testing different Pokemon out, different team comps, do whatever you want, because if there was ever a time to try things out, it's in the final week of unranked play for season 7. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so usually for the final week of the season, I tend to take some time off from doing my own battles. So mostly going to be doing shoutcasts for the rest of the season here. We got a Alolan Marowak into a Mew. This is a pretty awful lead for Marowak. We are running the Hex version of Marowak here, and a move is incoming, probably going to be a Surf. So we see the shield come up here, and it's actually a Wild Charge, so the opponent swaps out. That tells us immediately that the opponent is not running Surf for sure. So they come in with a Dewgong here to reset their debuff, and they get the defense drop on the Dewgong from that Shadow Bone there. Shadow Bone, of course, is a legacy move, so you could use Shadow Ball, but Shadow Bone definitely benefits from a lower energy cost and the potential defense drop, as you saw here. Swaps out into Pidgeot. This is a pretty risky play if they don't catch the Water Pulse, because Icy Wind would be doing a lot of damage, but they do catch the Water Pulse. That is an amazing play right there. Great call, and able to farm down with the Gust. So Mew probably going to come back in, and Shadow Claw, of course, is being resisted here. So Pidgeot not taking any damage from the fast moves. However, the charge moves, of course, will be doing quite a bit. So Mew going to shield up there. And if this is a Wild Charge, it will in fact take out the Pidgeot. Let's see what it is. They go for the Flame Charge instead. So that's going to allow this Pidgeot to get to maybe one more Aerial Ace here. Yes, it is going to get to the Aerial Ace. Let's see if this Mew wants to use both of the shields here to keep it alive, which it does. And can it farm down with Shadow Claw? Actually swaps out into Nidoqueen, probably trying to snipe there, but going to catch a move right here. Of course, Wild Charge, not going to be doing anything to Nidoqueen, even as a Shadow. That is absolutely amazing. Alolan Muk comes in here. Earth Power is going to obliterate this thing. So shielding up the Dark Pulse right here from the Muk. And here comes the Earth Power. This is going to be doing some heavy damage to Alolan Muk right here. Earth Power coming through. Bang! There it is. Takes out the Muk. Mew doesn't want the smoke. Drops dead. 1-0 start here in the first match. Let's jump into match number 2. Got PkTrainerFadi, who actually watches this channel as well. So we got a battle of the subscribers right here. Marowak into a Shadow Hypno. Hypno is actually a little bit problematic for this backline, so it is nice to see it here in the lead, and going straight for the Shadow Bone here up against the Hypno. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. They're staying in, so they are going to shield that up, and it looks like they are building up. I don't think they built up to Shadow Ball, did they? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Could be a Shadow Ball possibly. Baits with the Ice Punch right there, and going to go for the Shadow Bone right here. So the opponent did get a shield here, which is unfortunate here for Fox. Going for another Shadow Bone, does get the second shield, and the Hypno here going for another move. At this point, pretty much have to shield here because you are getting into Elemental Punch range, but it is in fact the Shadow Ball, and the Hypno swaps out into Snorlax here. Here comes the Pidgeot. This is really nice. We're seeing a lot of Lick users, and Pidgeot's a great answer for that. So Snorlax going to throw the move here, and actually goes for the Super Power, which, I mean, I could understand throwing Super Power at the Pidgeot. The problem is that you're going to be lowering the defense here, and now you put yourself in danger of getting farmed down by Gust, which definitely is not good here. And I guess, you know, lowering the attack on Lick doesn't matter because I doubt Lick's gonna be doing any less than it was before. It's already doing like 1 damage per turn. But I think going for superpower there didn't really work out in the opponent's favor because the Pidgeot was able to farm down Gust, and as you can see here, it gets to another charge move, so now it's able to farm down the Hypno as well. And we see a Primeape in the back going to take 1 Gust there, does a lot of damage. Here comes Nidoqueen, so this actually isn't the greatest situation. However, that Alolan Marowak, I believe, does have energy stored, or is very close. So let's see. No, I think it has a Shadow Bone ready actually. So swaps out. There is the Shadow Bone ready. Actually overtaps 1 Hex. Fortunately for them, the opponent did not throw a move here. So Shadow Bone going to knock out the Primeape and off to a 2-0 start here with the Hex Alolan Marowak lead. Let's hop into match number 3. Going up against PkTrainerFadi, and it looks like Niantic finally figured out how to reset the rating. Just get rid of the badge altogether. So no more badges, no more ranks. That's how you do it in the final week. Alolan Marowak into Hypno here, another Shadow Hypno, so let's see how the opponent plays up. This time they swap out into Dragonair. Dragonair is a little bit problematic for this team, so we see them overfarm a bit of energy and then swap out into the Pidgeot a little bit late. So let's see, they're probably going to have to shield at least 1 move here, I'd imagine. I'm going to let the first one go through. It is an Aqua Tail. And going to go for the Aerial Ace here, so let's see if the Dragonair wants to shield this up. They are going to shield, so now the Pidgeot's definitely going to have to shield as well. And I believe here actually in the 1 shield, the Dragonair could probably win this with Dragon Breath damage, but let's see how this goes down. Pidgeot should get to another move actually before it's able to farm down. Actually able to farm down with Gust there thanks to that Hex damage from the Marowak, so very well played. Hypno comes back in now and the Pidgeot is low on energy, so going to throw the Aerial Ace here. And this Pidgeot's actually running Hurricane as a second move as opposed to Brave Bird. I think I kind of prefer Brave Bird just because it actually is less energy than Hurricane, also does more damage. You will be lowering the defense of course, but with a move like Gust, lowering the defense might not be a horrible thing. So I think personally I would probably run with Brave Bird over Hurricane, but again, final week might just be testing out Hurricane instead. I mean, you could pretty much do whatever you want in this final week. And we see Blastoise coming in, another defense drop with the Shadow Bone. That is not something you see too often. That's actually going to be very good here because Blastoise is actually a problem for both Nidoqueen and the Marowak. So look at this, able to farm down here with the poison jabs. The opponent backs out. They did not want the smoke like Matt Barnes doesn't want. Kwame Brown's mama's cooking, backs out of the match right there. We got Arterioll in the next matchup. Huge shout out Kwame Brown. That guy is putting everyone on notice right now in the media. Marowak into Alolan Sandslash right here. And this is a pretty solid matchup for Marowak as my dog starts barking as is the usual. So I might edit this, I might not. Let's just play it through and see how it goes. We got Alolan Sandslash throwing potentially the Bulldoze here. Going to shield up only an Ice Punch. That's an unfortunate bait right there. 1 Bulldoze actually won't KO, so I don't necessarily think it's too important to shield here with the Marowak unless the opponent is shielding. In this case, the opponent of course did shield, so you definitely want to match 1. Actually going to go for 2 shields right here. And this time it is the Bulldoze. So this game's getting a little bit close right here. Going to throw the Shadow Bone here and should be able to get to the next Shadow Bone before the Sandslash gets to the Bulldoze if the Sandslash shields, which it does. And it is going to get the Bulldoze, but this will not KO. And I think Marowak might be able to farm down here actually with Hex. But going to throw the Shadow Bone doesn't want to take any chances here. So going to undercharge. I think they might have been able to farm down, but definitely if you just want to win switch advantage, just getting that off is pretty important. Look at this, they have a Beedrill, so good thing you did win switch because Pidgeot here is an absolute wall to this thing. So definitely a good time to have no shields here because nothing is going to be hurting the Pidgeot. And the opponent's actually staying in here, so maybe they're double weak to Pidgeot in the back. They get farmed down, that Beedrill getting destroyed here. It's Raichu that actually is not weak. And here comes the big Hurricane. Of course, Brave Bird would be doing quite a bit here to Raichu, but Hurricane still hurts. And Nidoqueen comes in, and this is just unfair. You see, it was pretty important to win switch. Ayo, that's not fair. So, the opponent definitely did not like seeing that right there. Very important that they won switch in that match. The Beedrill got destroyed by the Pidgeot. The Raichu got destroyed by the Nidoqueen. You love to see it. Marowak into a Venusaur right here. This is a nice lead. Of course, not as nice as when you have Fire Spin, but still good with Hex. And we see the opponent swap out into a Charizard. So going to throw the Shadow Bone here, definitely do some chip damage. And then look to swap out into the Nidoqueen. And Nidoqueen here is actually running Earth Power and Sludge Wave. I kind of like the idea of Earth Power and Stone Edge for a bit of that flying type coverage, since nothing else in this team really does cover the flyers very well. So I think Stone Edge is probably the optimal moveset. However, I haven't really played much, and not able to get to that move right there, so that is very unfortunate. Gonna have to come back in here with the Marowak, and the opponent's going to throw a move right here. Might be a Blast Burn, but they're going to shield it up. It's only a Dragon Claw, and the opponent's going to get to another move here. I guess once you shield, you're going to get to the straight farm down here. This is only going to be a Dragon Claw, so definitely let this go through. Commit to the farm down, have a bunch of energy stored on the Marowak. 2 Shadow Balls plus 2 Shadow Bones rather, and it's a Blastoise in the back once again. So going for the Shadow Bones right here, this is going to be very clutch, because you're going to need all this damage to make this match a bit easier for the Pidgeot in the back. Can they get the defense drop once again? Shadow Bone comes through, does get the final shield. Here comes the Pidgeot, and Gust, probably the nicest fast move animation in the game in my opinion. It is an absolute thing of beauty. Hydro Cannon comes through, shielding that up, and is going to look to farm down here. No, going to throw the Aerial Ace. Water Gun is a pretty slow move in general, but going for the safe route right here. Throwing the Aerial Ace, this will take out the Blastoise, and the Venusaur in the back. Definitely still enough health left on the Pidgeot here to probably absorb one Sludge Bomb. So going to throw the Aerial Ace right here. Maybe not actually, maybe it's not. It probably could survive a Sludge Bomb, but opponent's not going to get to it anyways. Gust takes it out, takes that game, and ends up going a perfect 5-0 in that set for the Kanto Cup. So that was some Kanto Cup action right there, featuring Alolan Marowak, Pidgeot, and Shadow Nidoqueen. Thank you so much to Foxxworldd for the battles. Really enjoyed covering them and seeing Shadow Nidoqueen put some work in the Kanto Cup. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.